To start off with this video, I just want to say that I'm not going to really put up that many scans or anything, seeing as what I've said in this video or what I'm going to say in this video isn't stuff that I haven't said before. But granted, I'm going to still try my best to, make it look good for all of you. Anyway, let's get into the video. Yuji and Yuta are two of the most popular protagonists within the JJK community, both of them being main characters at some point, and though they have already fought before. With the recent amps and strength that Yuji has gotten, we'll be analyzing their strengths at their maximum and see if Yuji can win if they had a round 2. To start off with Yuta, seeing as he... Okay, fuck me. This video will be more of a listening type video, so I'm not going to really put up that much scans because everything I've said here I've already said before. So let's get into the actual video now. Yuji and Yuta are two of the most popular protagonists within the JJK community, both of them being the main characters at some point, and though they have already fought before, with the recent amps and strength that Yuji has gotten, we will be analyzing both of them. Oh, fuck me. This video is going to be a bit of a listener because everything I've said in this video I've said in the past, so there aren't going to be that many scans that you can just listen to in the background if you want my take on the topic. Yuji and Yuta are two of the most popular protagonists within the JJK community, both of them being main characters at some point, and though they have already fought before, with the recent amps and strength that Yuji has gotten, we'll be analyzing both of their strengths at their maximum and see if Yuji would win if they had a round 2. To start off with Yuta, seeing as he's the special grade here, when Yuta initially pulls up to Sendai, he's easily able to take out Druid without access to Rika, and he's called second to Gojo in terms of unusual abilities, something that has continuously been restated throughout the series through several guides and interviews. We see he is able to easily outpace and overwhelm opponents like Orochi, who is stated to be a special grade curse. We also know that he is able to somewhat keep up with Uro in terms of hand to hand. Though he is getting overwhelmed, she isn't blitzing him or anything. We also know that Yuta is able to deflect attacks from Ryu, e.g. his Granite Blast, and though he takes severe damage from it, losing several fingers in the process, we see he's easily able to heal those attacks by using reverse curse technique. After this, he engages Ryu, who's a special grade sorcerer, in hand to hand, and though he does keep up, it's quite obvious that Yuta is the less skilled fighter here, and he's also weaker to a massive degree. Yuta then busts out Rika, which refills his cursed energy, and it gives him access to multiple curse techniques such as Inumaki's cursed speech, which when used with enough cursed energy, he can simply tell his opponents to just die and they'll do it. He uses the opportunity to bring out Rika whenever he takes Uro off guard when he uses cursed speech. He basically just beats her up with Rika from both sides, which will give him an advantage against any opponent, meaning that his cursed speech allows him to basically just take Yuji off guard if Yuji isn't paying attention and Yuji doesn't blitz him off the start. Aside from Yuta's insane physical stats and hacks, he has access to multiple broken curse techniques that can easily catch someone off guard, as well as his sky manipulation, but many people seem to look over the fact that Yuta has a domain. Though we don't know what it does, it should be lethal, something that Yuji would have a very hard time dealing with. Segueing on to Yuji, we know that Yuji is able to keep up with Maki and Sukuna somewhat. We see he's easily able to shock Sukuna with his physical stats alone. We also know that he's able to send out multiple massive boulders that Sukuna can't dodge, and he's forced to block them because of the lack of speed. Yuji, after his increase, gets sent through multiple buildings, but we can quantify his increase by saying that before his, let's say, buff, Yuji's increase after he gets sent through multiple buildings can be quantified, seeing as he gets a rage jump. He's able to keep up with Sukuna, whereas before he was getting blitzed. Sukuna, whenever he gets those boulders thrown at him by Yuji, he's unable to dodge them, meaning that he has to block. Therefore, it just implies that Yuji should be relative to him, or at least slightly below. So this Yuji is a complete monster in terms of physical stats. Many people like dismissing this fight because they think Sukuna was below 10%. However, not only does Sukuna say that his movements are not hindered by this nerf, implying that he isn't getting a physical decrease. We also know that contextually, cursed energy output is usually referencing blasts done outside of the body or cursed techniques. For example, we have cases like Ryu where his whole character is his blasts have high output of cursed energy. So I think it'd just be like take too much assumptions for us to assume that was like reference to overall now. We also know that Sukuna directly talks about output being decreased after he uses the curse technique, and he works around this now by using his curse technique on the ground, so it'd be blatantly dishonest to try and interpret this as his physical stats decreasing. This is the same Sukuna that was able to blitz Ryu without much effort and put the fear of God into Ura, who is usually very hostile towards her opponents. To conclude this fight, I think Yuji is winning if they were to fight again. Not only does Yuji have the advantage of being a blitz level faster than the version of himself who was clashing and going relative with Yuta, we also know that Yuji is relative to Sukuna, who quite literally blitzes Ryu, who should be relative or stronger than Yuta. All of his curse techniques and Rika get nullified because Yuji would simply be too fast for Yuta or Rika to be able to react to or use a curse technique to respond to. But if you like this type of videos, please remember to like and subscribe, and have a nice day.